Deforestation, a global concern. Deforestation refers to the deliberate clearing of forested areas. Across human history and up to the present day, forests have been cleared to create space for agriculture, grazing livestock, and to procure wood for various purposes such as fuel, manufacturing, and construction. This process can involve transforming forested regions into farmlands, ranches, or urban developments. The most significant deforestation occurs in tropical rainforests. Deforestation has significantly transformed landscapes worldwide. For instance, approximately 2,000 years ago, 80% of Western Europe was covered in forests. Today, that number has diminished to 34%. In North America, around half of the forests in the eastern part of the continent were cut down from the 1600s to the 1870s to meet timber and agricultural needs. Over the last 4,000 years, China has witnessed substantial forest loss, with only slightly over 20% of its land still forested. Deforestation in Kenya is a significant issue. Since Kenya's independence in 1963, the forest cover has dropped from 10% of the nation to 6%, losing approximately 12,000 hectares annually. In 2010, Kenya had 3.18 million hectares of natural forest, extending over 5.7% of its land area. However, by 2022, it lost 6.29 thousand hectares of natural forest, equivalent to 3.29 metric tons of carbon dioxide emissions. The causes of deforestation in Kenya are multifaceted and include factors such as population growth, poverty, and economic activities. For instance, an expanding population has led to encroachment on forest lands as they are converted for human use. This includes clearing large tracts of forest land for settlement, grazing, and farming. Today, the most substantial deforestation occurs in tropical rainforests, facilitated by extensive road construction into once isolated regions. The development or enhancement of roads within these forested areas makes them more accessible for resource exploitation. The primary driver of deforestation is clearing land for food production. While this is not a recent practice, we now recognize the broader environmental consequences, particularly in light of the alarming pace and global scale of deforestation. The majority of deforestation is connected to the production of meat, soy, and palm oil. Vast expanses of tropical forests are cleared to make way for soy cultivation, primarily to feed livestock such as pigs and poultry, all to satisfy the ever-growing global demand for inexpensive meat. Deforestation can result in the release of more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Trees absorb carbon dioxide from the air for photosynthesis, sequestering carbon in their wood. When trees are burned, this stored carbon is released as carbon dioxide. With fewer trees available to absorb carbon dioxide, this greenhouse gas accumulates in the atmosphere, exacerbating global warming. Deforestation poses a significant threat to global biodiversity. Tropical forests serve as the habitats for a multitude of animal and plant species. When these forests are logged or burnt, it places many of these species at risk of extinction. The loss of trees from a forest can leave the soil more susceptible to erosion. This makes the remaining vegetation more vulnerable to wildfires as the forest shifts from a closed, moist environment to an open, dry one. Though deforestation can be permanent, it is not an irreversible process. In various parts of North America, for example, forests are making a return thanks to conservation efforts soon. Deforestation impacts everyone, whether we are aware of it or not. If we aim to combat the climate crisis effectively, putting an end to deforestation is imperative. Protecting our forests is now more crucial than ever.